Aubrey Drake Graham was born on October the 24th, 1986 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, to a unique heritage. His father, Dennis Graham, a talented African-American Catholic drummer from Memphis, once shared the stage with the legendary Jerry Lee Lewis. Drake's mother, Sandra Sandy Graham, a Canadian Ashkenazi Jew, worked as an English teacher and florist. Their paths intertwined at Club Blue Note in Toronto, where they met, setting the stage for Drake's extraordinary life. At a young age, Drake faced the heartache of his parents' divorce, leaving him to navigate life without his father's presence. His father's legal troubles led to periods of separation, and financial constraints kept Drake and his mother in Toronto while his father resided in Memphis. Despite the distance, his father would make an effort to reunite with Drake every summer, trying to create lasting memories. Apart from that, Drake's relationship with his father, Dennis Graham, has been a subject of interest and occasional controversy. Dennis Graham had a notable past, and at one point he was reportedly a musician who played the drums for the legendary rock and roll icon Jerry Lee Lewis. However, there have been varying accounts of his musical career, and it is unclear how extensive his involvement was with Jerry Lee Lewis. Apart from his potential connections to the music industry, Dennis Graham's past also includes a troubled period when he was incarcerated. He served time in jail for various offenses, which undoubtedly had an impact on his relationship with his son, Drake. Despite his father's past struggles, Drake has been open about the love and admiration he has for Dennis Graham. In interviews and through his music, Drake has expressed a desire to have a better relationship with his father and has shown forgiveness and understanding for the difficulties his dad faced. Growing up in two different neighborhoods, the working-class West End of Toronto and the affluent Forest Hill area, Drake experienced contrasting worlds. While he excelled in hockey and even reached the Upper Canada College hockey camp, a severe cross-check injury during a game forced him to reevaluate his path. The family later moved to Forest Hill, where they struggled to make ends meet, living in a modest basement while his mother resided on the first floor. Amidst the challenges, Drake found solace in the arts. At the age of 10, he made a comedic appearance during the 1997 NHL Awards, showcasing his comedic talents. However, his path through adolescence was fraught with struggles, enduring bullying due to his racial and religious background. Eventually, Drake faced a difficult decision between school and his burgeoning acting career, leading him to drop out of high school. In the midst of adversity, Drake worked at his grandfather's now-closed furniture factory, striving to support himself and his mother. His journey, marked by trials and tribulations, ultimately led to the spotlight he now commands. As Drake's acting career began to take shape, tragedy struck during his teenage years. At just 15 years old, he was eager to pursue his dream of becoming an actor. Through a friend's father, he secured a role on the Canadian teen drama series Degrassi: The Next Generation. He portrayed Jimmy Brooks, a talented basketball star whose life takes a tragic turn after being shot by a classmate, leaving him physically disabled. However, he found himself disheartened by the character's story arc, feeling it was tokenistic and worried that it might negatively impact his aspirations as a rapper. Nevertheless, his performance was hailed for instilling confidence and representation to disabled youth. Facing financial hardships, Drake's acting gig on Degrassi became a crucial source of income for a struggling family. His mother's illness and their financial struggles left him in dire straits, relying on the income from Drake's work in Canadian TV. Parallel to his acting pursuits, Drake was nurturing his passion for music. In 2006, he self-released his debut mixtape, Room for Improvement, which included collaborations with artists like Trey Songz and Lupe Fiasco. Although it sold roughly 6,000 copies, the royalties he received barely made a dent in their financial challenges. Following the release of his second mixtape, Comeback Season, which showcased his talent and garnered attention, Drake caught the eye of Lil Wayne, the founder of Young Money Entertainment. Lil Wayne signed Drake to the label in 2009, marking a significant milestone in his musical journey. However, despite the burgeoning success, fate had other plans. During a performance in New Jersey, Drake suffered a devastating fall on stage, tearing the anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee. This injury required surgery and left him facing a difficult road to recovery. Through tragedy and challenges, Drake persevered, and his third mixtape, So Far Gone, catapulted him to mainstream success. The mixtape singles, Best I Ever Had and Successful, received gold certification and garnered widespread acclaim. In 2015, Drake continued to make a significant impact on the music scene with several hit singles. He released 4 singles on July 31, 2015, including back-to-back a diss track aimed at rapper Meek Mill, who had accused Drake of using ghostwriters for his songs. The track received widespread acclaim and became a cultural phenomenon, further solidifying Drake's status as one of the most influential figures in hip-hop. During this period, Drake also collaborated with fellow rapper Future on a joint mixtape titled What a Time to Be Alive, which was recorded in just under a week in Atlanta. The mixtape debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making Drake the first hip-hop artist to have two projects reach #1 in the same year since 2004. In early 2016, he announced his highly anticipated fourth studio album, originally titled Views from the Six, later shortened to Views. The album's lead singles, Pop Style and One Dance, were released in April 2016. One Dance became Drake's first #1 single in Canada and the US as a leading artist and reached the top spot in several other countries. The album Views was released on April 29, 2016 and received mixed reviews from critics. Despite the divided critical opinion, Views became Drake's most commercially successful album, spending 10 non-consecutive weeks at the top of the Billboard 200 chart. In the same year, he also released a surprise mixtape titled If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, which sold over 1 million units in 2015, making him the first artist with a platinum project that year. The mixtape received positive reviews from critics and further solidified Drake's position as one of the leading artists in the industry. Following the success of Views, he announced the Boy Meets World Tour, which kicked off in Europe in early 2017. The tour included 26 dates and received overwhelming demand, leading to the addition of 7 more dates. The Boy Meets World Tour became the highest-grossing hip-hop tour of all time, surpassing the previous record held by the Watch the Throne Tour. In March 2017, Drake released More Life, described as a playlist of original music. The project received mostly positive reviews and debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. More Life set a streaming record, becoming the highest ever streamed album in 24 hours on Apple Music and Spotify. Throughout this period, he also continued to make significant contributions to the hip-hop and music industry. He won multiple awards, including Grammy Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and BET Awards. He was consistently recognized for his chart-topping hits, versatile style, and impressive songwriting skills. Beyond music, he also ventured into acting and hosting. He returned to host Saturday Night Live and appeared in the documentary The Carter Effect, honoring his basketball star Vince Carter's career. His dynamic personality and sense of humor were well received, further showcasing his versatility as an artist. From 2018 to 2019, Drake's musical journey continued to captivate audiences worldwide, marked by a series of remarkable achievements and personal challenges. The period saw him release a mix of hit singles and albums that solidified his status as one of the biggest pop stars in his generation, while also navigating through controversies and tragedies. In early 2018, rumors swirled about potential collaborations with various artists, including rapper Trippie Redd and producer Pierre Bourne, for his upcoming studio album. Snippets of unreleased songs leaked towards the end of the year created buzz among his dedicated fan base. Drake took a brief hiatus from releasing his solo music and returned with a bang in January 2018, dropping 2 songs as part of the mini EP Scary Hours. The EP featured Diplomatic Immunity and God's Plan, the latter of which would go on to break streaming records and debut at #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, marking Drake's first solo chart top. In February 2019, he received a Grammy Award for Best Rap Song for God's Plan. However, his acceptance speech was unexpectedly cut short, leading to speculations of censorship by the Recording Academy. A representative from the Academy clarified that it was a misunderstanding and offered Drake a chance to return to the stage, which he declined. Tragedy again struck him in the form of a knee injury in 2019, requiring surgery and leading to delays in the release of his much-anticipated album, Certified Lover Boy. Nevertheless, he continued to collaborate with other artists, including Bad Bunny on the Spanish-language hit Mia. In 2021, Certified Lover Boy was finally released and it surpassed expectations, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200. The album's success further solidified his status as a music icon and earned him a nomination for Artist of the Decade at the 2021 Billboard Music Awards. During his career, Drake has been involved in various incidents and legal disputes that have generated headlines and sparked controversies. One of the notable incidents occurred on May 31, 2009, when he was robbed at gunpoint in Toronto's Little Italy district. He was forced to surrender a gold and diamond necklace, an expensive watch, and $2,000. 2 individuals faced charges related to the armed robbery, but some charges were later dropped and they pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit armed robbery, resulting in a short jail sentence. In April 2017, a woman named Misha Collins was arrested for breaking into Drake's home in Calabasas, California. Though no criminal charges were brought against her, she filed a $4 billion defamation lawsuit against Drake in June 2021. The lawsuit was dismissed in December 2021, but Drake's obtained a restraining order against Collins in March 2022. In March 2021, an unidentified woman armed with a knife attempted to break into Drake's Toronto home, leading to her arrest. In January 2023, a man was arrested for burglarizing Drake's Los Angeles home. Drake has also faced legal challenges related to his music. In 2012, singer Erica Lee filed a lawsuit against Drake, claiming that her voice was used on Marvin's Room, and she deserved songwriting credits and royalties. The matter was resolved in February 2013 through an out-of-court settlement. In 2014, Drake was sued for sampling jazz musician Jimmy Smith's Jimmy Smith rap without permission for Pound Cake Paris Morton Music 2. He won the lawsuit in 2017 with the court ruling that the usage was transformative and not a copyright infringement. There were also disputes with other artists such as Rappin' Forte and rapper Angelou Skywalker, where Drake was accused of mistreatment and artistic theft. Drake settled these disputes with payments to the respective artists. Beyond legal matters, Drake has been involved in several feuds with other celebrities. He had altercations with Chris Brown, Diddy, Tyga, Meek Mill, Kid Cudi, Kanye West, and others, resulting in diss tracks and public exchanges on social media. Some of these feuds have been resolved over time, while others continue to fuel headlines and controversies. Drake's journey to superstardom has been marked by both challenges and triumphs. From his early days as an actor, his breakthrough in the music industry, his complex relationships and legal disputes, he has continued to captivate audiences worldwide. Before the lights, before the fame, Taylor Swift was just an ordinary girl from a small town, armed with a passion for music that would set her on a remarkable path. With a voice that mesmerized, she sang her heart out, chasing her dreams on humble stages, captivating the hearts of those who listened. But behind the scenes, she faced the harsh reality of rejection. Doors closed, opportunities slipped away, yet she refused to surrender. As her star began to rise, Taylor faced a world hungry for her every move. Controversies and media scrutiny followed her every step. But through it all, she remained steadfast, transforming her pain into power and her vulnerability into songs that resonated with millions. Join us as we delve into the tragic, true history of Taylor Swift, a journey that reveals the strength born from struggle, the triumph that follows tragedy, and the indomitable spirit of an artist who defied the odds. In the early 2000s, a young Taylor Swift stepped onto the stage of life, poised with an unwavering determination and a heart bursting with dreams. Born on December 13, 1989 in Reading, Pennsylvania, Taylor discovered her love for music at an early age. Little did she know that her journey would be filled with both triumphs and trials. As a teenager, Taylor strummed her guitar and poured her emotions into heartfelt lyrics, honing her craft and setting her sights on the music industry. In 2004, at the tender age of 14, she caught the attention of a record label executive, securing her first major record deal. It seemed like the stars were aligning for the rising star. However, the path to success proved to be far from easy. Taylor faced numerous challenges and rejections along the way. In 2006, she released her self-titled debut album, Taylor Swift, which received critical acclaim but struggled to gain widespread recognition. Undeterred, she pressed on, determined to make her mark. It was in 2008 that Taylor's star began its ascent. Her second studio album, Fearless, catapulted her into the spotlight, capturing the hearts of fans around the world. The album's hit singles, including Love Story and You Belong With Me, topped the charts and earned her widespread acclaim. Fearless went on to become the best-selling album of 2009 and won Taylor 4 Grammy Awards. But success came hand in hand with its own set of challenges. In 2009, during the MTV Video Music Awards, an infamous incident occurred, momentarily overshadowing her accomplishments. Taylor's acceptance speech for Best Female Video was interrupted, leading to a public controversy that thrust her into the media spotlight. As Taylor Swift's star continued to rise, her journey was not without its share of controversies and growth. The world watched as she navigated the complexities of fame, facing intense public scrutiny and media backlash. Through it all, she emerged stronger, using these experiences as catalysts for personal and artistic growth. In 2013, Taylor released her highly anticipated fourth studio album, Red. It showcased her evolving musical style, blending country roots with pop sensibilities. The album's success was undeniable, but it also marked a turning point in her career as she began to distance herself from her country music origins. Amidst her skyrocketing popularity, Taylor found herself entangled in a public feud with fellow artist Kanye West. The incident, known as the famous controversy, unfolded at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards when Kanye interrupted Taylor's acceptance speech. The fallout from this event reverberated through the media, causing a divide among fans and igniting a firestorm of opinions. Her fifth studio album, 1989, released in 2014, marked a significant departure from her previous work, embracing a full-fledged pop sound. The album's catchy hooks and introspective lyrics resonated with audiences worldwide, propelling Taylor to even greater heights. As her music soared, Taylor also faced controversies surrounding her personal life. The media spotlight often focused on her relationships and public breakups, scrutinizing every detail. However, Taylor refused to be defined by tabloid headlines, and instead she used her music as a platform for self-expression. Songs like Blank Space and Shake It Off allowed her to playfully address the public perception and reclaim her narrative. In 2016, she faced another public storm when her feud with Kanye West resurfaced over his song Famous, which included derogatory lyrics about her. The controversy sparked a heated debate and intense media coverage. West released a song called Famous, featuring a lyric that referred to Taylor. "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that famous." The public response was immediate, with Taylor denouncing the lyric and clarifying that she had never been made aware of it before its release. A spokesperson on Taylor's behalf stated that Kanye did not seek her approval, but instead asked her to promote the song on her Twitter account, which she declined due to its misogynistic message. This public disagreement laid the foundation for a larger narrative about credit-taking and the struggles faced by women in male-dominated industries. In the same month, Taylor won the Grammy for Album of the Year. During her acceptance speech, she delivered a warning to young women, stating that there would be people who would try to determine their success or take credit for their accomplishments and fame. Swift strategically managed her narrative, presenting herself as the underdog, fighting against the attempts to undercut her hard-earned success. It was a classic move from Swift's playbook, aligning the story with universal themes of feminism and the struggle of the ordinary person against powerful forces. However, the narrative took an unexpected turn when Kim Kardashian West, Kanye's wife at the time, released a series of videos that seemingly showed Taylor approving the controversial lyric. Swift's control over the narrative slipped away and the public opinion turned against her. The hashtag #KimExposedTaylor Party trended on Twitter, and Swift faced an onslaught of backlash, including the flood of snake emojis on her social media platforms. Swift attempted to disassociate herself from the situation, stating that she wanted to be excluded from the narrative. However, her previous actions, such as writing songs and addressing the feud in her Grammy speech, contradicted her claim. The public perception shifted, questioning the authenticity of her connections with fans and viewing her attempts at intimacy as calculated and deceptive. The incident exposed the controlling side of Swift's persona, which had previously been balanced by the intimate and relatable aspects of her image. The power of her vulnerability diminished as doubts arose about the authenticity of her narratives. In the aftermath, Swift faced scrutiny, and The Ringer even posed the question, "When did you first realize that Taylor Swift was lying to you?" This marked a turning point in her public image, as the public became more skeptical of her intentions and the carefully curated narratives she presented. However, Taylor once again channeled her emotions into her work, releasing the Grammy-winning album Reputation in 2017. The album presented a darker and more introspective side of Taylor, delving into themes of resilience, betrayal, and redemption. Despite the challenges, Taylor's growth as an artist and her ability to navigate controversy showcased her maturity and determination. She continued to experiment with her sound, releasing the critically acclaimed album Lover in 2019, which embraced themes of love, self-acceptance, and social issues. In 2020, Taylor surprised fans with the release of 2 albums, Folklore and Evermore. These albums marked a significant departure from her pop-driven sound, showcasing a more indie folk and introspective approach. Critics hailed these albums as some of her most mature and introspective work to date. As Taylor Swift geared up for the release of her album Reputation, she introduced the world to a new persona, New Taylor. In the past, she would use this opportunity to showcase her growth and render criticisms of the old Taylor irrelevant. She would address the haters and emphasize her personal growth or challenge the unfairness and sexism she faced. However, this time, things took a different turn. In her new song, Swift portrayed herself as a victim of the haters, claiming that their actions had forced her to do questionable things, absolving herself of any responsibility. She painted herself as someone who had been unfairly persecuted while highlighting the attractiveness of her new boyfriend. This shift marked a step backward from the empowered and woke feminist persona she had embraced during the 1989 era. It seemed to harken back to the aggrieved victim archetype she embodied in songs like You Belong With Me. Swift acknowledged the criticisms leveled against her, but instead of offering a self-aware response that could turn the narrative in her favor, she released Look What You Made Me Do, a song in which she aggressively avoided taking ownership of anything. Even as she acknowledged that people accused her of playing the victim too much, she refused to acknowledge her role in the narrative. In the accompanying music video, one Taylor sneers at another, saying, "There she goes, playing the victim again," immediately after singing a song blaming others for her actions. This unwillingness to take ownership stems from the tension that has permeated Swift's entire career. Admitting to micromanaging her public image, manufacturing feuds, and playing on them for sympathy would unite the two sides of her persona, the intimate and the controlling. It would require her to confront the very things she had avoided throughout her career. Some of Swift's recent music videos seem to depict this tension quite literally. In the video for Ready For It, two Taylors battle for dominance, one vulnerable and naked, the other controlling and dressed in black. They eventually synthesize into a naked robot Taylor, symbolizing the fusion of her conflicting personas. However, in reality, Swift appears unwilling or unable to manage such a fusion. Swift believes that if she openly acknowledges her dual nature as both a type A control freak and a person with messy, vulnerable feelings, she may lose a vital part of her appeal. And she may not be entirely wrong. In pop culture, tryhards are typically portrayed as villains or as sad figures who fall short, not heroines. Beyond her musical accomplishments and the controversies that surrounded her, Taylor Swift has also made a significant impact through her philanthropy and social initiatives. She has utilized her platform and resources to support numerous causes and inspire positive change. Taylor has been an advocate for artists' rights and fair compensation in the music industry. In 2014, she wrote an open letter to Apple criticizing their initial decision not to pay artists during the free trial period of their music streaming service. Her public stance led to a swift change in Apple's policy, ensuring that artists received appropriate compensation. Swift's actions highlighted the importance of valuing the work and creativity of artists, not just in the music industry, but across various artistic disciplines. Swift has consistently shown her dedication to education and its importance in shaping a better future. In 2009, she donated $250,000 to various schools across the United States as part of the Swift Charitable Giving Program, aiming to improve education opportunities. In 2018, she made a generous donation of $113,000 to the Tennessee Equality Project to support LGBTQ+ education initiatives. Swift has demonstrated her commitment to aiding communities affected by natural disasters. In 2016, she made a substantial donation of $1 million to Louisiana flood relief efforts, assisting those affected by the devastating floods in the state. Swift has also responded swiftly to other natural disasters, contributing to relief funds and encouraging her fans to support the affected areas. Taylor Swift has made a significant impact on the lives of children by supporting various hospitals. In 2015, she donated $50,000 to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, helping to fund their music therapy program. She's also surprised young fans with personal visits to children's hospitals, spreading joy and inspiring hope during challenging times. Through her music, philanthropy, and unwavering commitment to making a difference, she has inspired millions around the world. Taylor Swift's story reminds us that even in the face of challenges, we can rise above and leave a lasting impact on the world. From the cold streets to the world stage, Ed Sheeran's journey is a testament to resilience and triumph. Homeless for 2.5 years, he slept outside Buckingham Palace before fame found him. As his star soared, tragedy struck when he lost 2 dear friends to sudden heart attacks in 2022, and he grappled with suicidal thoughts amidst his grief. A legal battle over copyright added to the weight on his shoulders. Yet, amid the darkest moments, Sheeran's strength shone through. But let's go back to the beginning. In the quiet town of Halifax, West Yorkshire, England, a future musical legend was born on the 17th of February, 1991. Edward Christopher Sheeran, better known as Ed Sheeran, came into this world as the second child of John and Imogen Sheeran. His father, an art curator, worked at Cartwright Hall in Bradford, while his mother pursued a career in the arts at Manchester City Art Gallery. During his early childhood, Ed's family resided on Birchcliff Road in Hebden Bridge, but in December 1995, they made a significant move to Framlingham in Suffolk. It was in this charming town that Ed's journey to musical greatness would begin. At the early age of 4, he sang in the local church choir, showcasing his natural vocal talent. At 11, young Ed picked up a guitar, and it became a transformative moment in his life. He fell in love with the instrument and its ability to convey emotions through music. This newfound passion for music sparked his creativity, leading him to start writing songs during his time at Thomas Mills High School in Framingham. But music wasn't his only artistic endeavor. He also played the cello during his younger years, showcasing his diverse talents. Even in his school days, Ed's flair for performance shone brightly. A school report from 2004 described him as a natural performer, and his classmates recognized his potential, voting him most likely to be famous. His innate talent and dedication to music caught the attention of the National Youth Theatre in London, where he was accepted as a teenager, showcasing his potential as an actor and performer. In 2007, Sheeran auditioned for Youth Music Theatre UK, a stepping stone that opened doors to endless opportunities. He secured a spot in their production of Frankenstein, a new musical, in Plymouth, further fueling his passion for music and performance. As his talent blossomed, Ed became a patron of Youth Music Theatre UK, showing his support for young artists aspiring to make their mark in the industry. Ed's artistic journey continued as he became a patron of Access to Music, a place that honed his skills in artist development. The knowledge and experience he gained during this time proved invaluable in shaping his musical identity and unique style. Beyond his music career, Sheeran's family connections also revealed an interesting link to the world of entertainment. He is a second cousin of Gordon Burns, a Northern Irish broadcaster who famously hosted the British game show The Krypton Factor. But before the glitz and glamour of fame, he slept rough outside Buckingham Palace in London, finding shelter in an arch with a heating duct. Ed candidly shared these experiences in his book, A Visual Journey, recounting the challenges he endured during his 2008, 2009, and 2010. With sheer determination and resourcefulness, the aspiring artist made it work, navigating through the uncertainty of not having a place to call home. He knew where to find a bed at certain times and relied on friends who offered him floors to sleep on. Being sociable and even turning to drinking for solace, Ed managed to find moments of comfort amidst the hardships. During this period, Ed's passion for music was unwavering, and he continued to pursue his dream. He spent a week catching up on sleep on Circle Line trains, often playing gigs, waiting for the Underground to open at 5 a.m. and then repeating the cycle. It was a challenging time, but he found inspiration even in the midst of adversity, penning the heartfelt song Homeless, which reflected his emotions and experiences. It's not a homeless night for me, I'm just home less than I'd like to be. Fast forward a few years, and the once homeless artist had come a long way. In 2012, he returned to Buckingham Palace, not as a person seeking shelter, but as a performer, playing in front of thousands at the Queen's Diamond Jubilee concert. In fact, at the tender age of 13, he independently released his first collection of work titled Spinning Man. His passion for music and talent with the guitar led him to perform at various small venues after moving to London in 2008. In 2008, an opportunity arose when he auditioned for the ITV series Britannia High. Although not selected for the show, his determination continued to drive him forward. In the same year, he opened for the band Nitslopi in Norwich, even working as one of their guitar technicians. The autumn of 2009 saw him enrolling at the Academy of Contemporary Music, the ACM, in Guildford, Surrey, to study music as an undergraduate. However, his journey at the Academy was cut short when he decided to leave without permission in the same year. This bold move was driven by his desire to support hip-hop artist Just Jack. Undeterred, he continued to follow his musical aspirations, releasing another EP in 2009 titled You Need Me. This EP also marked several collaborations with singer Ledra Chapman, including their rendition of CeeLo Green's hit, F You. In February 2010, our protagonist's career took a significant turn when he posted a video through SB.TV, the channel launched by British entrepreneur Jamal Edwards. This caught the attention of rapper Example, who promptly invited him to tour alongside him. During the same month, he released the highly acclaimed Loose Change EP, which featured his future debut single, The A-Team. As he gained traction, the internet became a powerful platform for sharing his music, and his fan base grew exponentially. The independent newspaper and music icon Elton John were among those who praised his work. His popularity soared, leading him to perform at the Station Session in St. Pancras International in June 2010. Throughout 2010, he continued to self-release more EPs such as Ed Sheeran Live at the Bedford and Songs I Wrote with Amy. The latter collection showcased his heartfelt love songs, co-written with singer Amy Wadge during their time in Wales. But it was a fortuitous encounter in Los Angeles that solidified his rising fame. While performing at the Foxhole, a club run by actor Jamie Foxx, he impressed the host to the point that Foxx invited him to stay at his home. This encounter became a memorable chapter in our protagonist's journey to stardom. Sheeran's career reached even greater heights with the release of his third studio album, Divide, and his record-breaking Divide tour. In December 2016, Sheeran teased his fans with a picture and changed his social media profiles to a light blue background, hinting at the upcoming release of a new album. On January 2, 2017, he unveiled the track list and cover art for Divide, which was released on March 3, 2017. The album took the music world by storm, debuting at number 1 in multiple countries, including the UK, the US, Germany, Australia, and Canada. With first week sales of 672,000 copies in the UK, it became the fastest-selling album by a male solo artist in the country's history, and the third fastest-selling album overall. On January 6, 2017, Sheeran delighted fans by releasing 2 singles simultaneously, Shape of You and Castle on the Hill. Shape of You quickly became a massive hit, breaking records and dominating the charts worldwide. Both singles achieved enormous streaming numbers, with Shape of You breaking the Spotify Day 1 streaming record. The success of Divide continued as Sheeran embarked on his Divide tour. On January 26, 2017, he announced the tour dates, which covered Europe, South America, and North America. The tour kicked off on March 17th and ran until June 14, 2017, drawing massive crowds and setting attendance records. His popularity reached new heights when he headlined the final night of Glastonbury in June 2017, performing in front of a massive crowd of 135,000 people. In 2019, Sheeran dropped I Don't Care, a duet with Justin Bieber, as the lead single from his 4th studio album, No. 6 Collaborations Project. The song achieved massive success, breaking records on Spotify for single-day streaming. The album featured collaborations with various artists, including Chance the Rapper, Khalid, Bruno Mars, and Travis Scott. Several singles from the album, such as Beautiful People and Take Me Back to London, featuring Stormzy, topped charts around the world. No. 6 Collaborations Project was a commercial success, debuting at No. 1 in multiple countries. After the success of No. 6 Collaborations Project, Sheeran took a hiatus. In December 2020, he surprised fans with the release of the single Afterglow. In 2021, Sheeran returned with a bang, releasing Bad Habits, the lead single from his highly anticipated 5th studio album, Equals. The song dominated the charts and spent 11 consecutive weeks at No. 1 on the UK singles chart, making it his 10th UK No. 1 single. The album Equals was released on October 29, 2021, and included the promotional single Visiting Hours. The album cover, painted by Sheeran during the COVID-19 lockdown, symbolized the significant changes in his life, such as marriage, parenthood, and the loss of friends. In November 2021, Sheeran collaborated with Elton John on the duet single Merry Christmas, a charity release with all UK profits going to the Ed Sheeran Suffolk Music Foundation and the Elton John AIDS Foundation. In 2022, he faced a series of heart-wrenching challenges, further shaping the trajectory of his life in music. First, Ed's life was shaken when he lost 2 of his close friends to sudden heart attacks. The passing of British music entrepreneur Jamal Edwards, a dear friend and brother figure, left a profound impact on Ed. He pledged to steer clear of drugs, having witnessed the tragic consequences of substance abuse. Additionally, Ed mourned the loss of Australian cricketer Shane Warne, with whom he shared a deep bond. The shock of losing his pals led to bouts of depression, causing him to reevaluate his lifestyle and make significant changes to manage his mental health. Adding to his heartache, Ed's world was turned upside down when his wife, Cherry Seaborn, was diagnosed with cancer in February 2022 while she was 6 months pregnant with their second daughter, Jupiter. The terror of not knowing if Cherry would survive during her pregnancy took a toll on both of them. Cherishing their long-lasting friendship and love since their early years, the couple faced the fear of losing each other. The documentary The Sum of It All delves into their harrowing journey, highlighting their vulnerability and the importance of cherishing life's precious moments. Amidst these personal struggles, Ed found himself entangled in a legal battle over his song Thinking Out Loud, accused of copying elements from Marvin Gaye's classic Let's Get It On. The case has been a source of stress and anxiety for the singer, who revealed feeling insulted by the allegations. The outcome of this copyright trial holds significant implications for his career and artistic integrity. Through these tumultuous times, Ed Sheeran confronted his inner demons, contemplating the darkest corners of his mind. He courageously sought therapy to cope with his grief and mental health battles. breaking the stereotype of men not discussing their feelings. His journey of healing, resilience, and self-discovery is poignantly portrayed in his new documentary, The Sum of It All, offering a profound and moving insight into the multifaceted artist's life. As the world anticipated the release of his sixth studio album, Subtract, Ed Sheeran's fans stood by and witnessing the transformation of an artist who, despite fame and fortune, remains grounded and very human.